So this big dusty box is our emergency supply kit. The reason we did this video, well actually we've been meaning to do this video for a few weeks now. The reason we just prompted me now is because of this whole coronavirus outbreak thing. Now, of course, this is going over the world. We've now had one confirmed case in New Zealand and people are going a bit nuts over it. We went into Pack and Save yesterday and not so much to stock up, we were actually just going to buy a bag of chook pellets. But people were going crazy. The shelves were just absolutely cleared of rice and pasta and long life milk and all that sort of stuff. And I thought, well, it's probably a good time to sort of bring up the topic of just being prepared, just having something pre-prepared and how to do it so that it's not going to break the bank. You can go out there and you can buy, you know, emergency rations, packets of food, this MRE stuff, which is hugely expensive. The reason we have an emergency supply of food, which will do us for at least a good few weeks, out here in Oxford, it snows during winter. And we just never know when we're going to be stranded. So it has been known to snow a couple of feet in one night here in Oxford. So we just want to be prepared in case, you know, the power gets cut out, we can't leave the house, whatever. Also with the earthquakes in Christchurch, that was a bit of a wake-up call for a lot of people a few years back now. So what I did when we decided that we used to just keep heaps and heaps of food in the pantry. But the problem with that was that I used it. Some getting annoyed at me for using the food that was in the pantry that was meant to be our emergency stash. So we decided, right, well, let's get a big box. And we said, right, we'll put it in the shed. This is our emergency supply. And every week when I did the shopping, I'd just buy an extra can of something, an extra packet of something, bit by bit, every week. You only need to spend a couple of dollars or whatever. Just keep filling it up, and we have got this thing absolutely full. Now, I'll show you what we've got in here. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to be honest, you'll have noticed the lid is quite dusty. Even I don't know what's in here anymore. So this is a surprise for me too. Now, I know for a start that we've got lots of these packets of Pam's soup mix, which has got pearl barley, split peas, red lentils, pasta, and that's it. There's not a lot of flavour to this, but as far as being filling, then it's pretty good. Now, when you're cooking, I mean, of course, if you're going to live off something for, you know, a good few weeks, you know, rice, pasta, whatever. I know we've got some rice and pasta and stuff in here as well. You kind of want to flavour it, you want to think about stuff like that. So I mean, we've got a whole heap of soup sachets, onion, bacon and onion. We've got chicken soup mix, mushroom soup, onion and sweet chilli soup. You know, just a bit of stuff like that, salt and pepper kind of thing. I mean, you mix it up and add it to rice or pasta, and yeah. If we're ever stranded, at least we'll get stuff that tastes a bit different than just your plain. And these sachets, they don't cost the earth. Just pick a couple up each week. You know, just add it to your box, bulk things up. Awesome. Now, aside from many packets of these. Now, of course, we've got canned stuff. We've got canned peaches. Get a bit of fruit going on. I think I stocked up on these when they were on special for $1 a can or something, and you know, I just bought a few cans each time when they were on special. Now, we've also got things like torch. We just got a cheap torch. We do have torches in the house in case of power cuts, but it's good to have a spare. You know, if there's an earthquake and we need to get out of the house real quick or something like that in the middle of the night, we know where there's a spare torch. So, and also batteries, don't forget your batteries. So apparently batteries will keep for about 5 years in an emergency kit. So we've had this for 1 or 2 years, so there we go. Got batteries, got AA batteries, got AAA batteries. Cover your bases. Now I also got a few things. Medical tape, wound pads, surgical strips. That's the sort of thing that kind of holds your skin together if you kind of need stitches, but you're not a doctor. Now, of course, we've got cans of spaghetti, cans of sweet corn, got some veggie.
You want to keep your vitamins up.
Yeah. Baked beans. So, you know, I've got the canned fruit, I've got the canned veggies. It's not as good as fresh, but you can't be picky. Of course, when disaster strikes, you're going to be using all your perishable stuff first. So, you know, your fresh fruit, your fresh veggies, and of course, if the power goes, all the stuff in your freezer, that's the stuff you're going to go for before you bother with this, because this will last forever. When I say forever, you know. Tomato soup, condensed tomato soup. Some more fruit stuff, more tomato soup, more tomato soup. There we go. Got some pasta sauce. We're making our own pasta sauce these days, but you know, hey, having that on hand does not hurt. So got canned chopped tomatoes, big bag of 2-minute noodles. Not the most nutritious thing in the world, but they're filling. So, you know, and you don't have to use the flavour sachets that are in here. If you don't want to, you can use whatever to flavour it. We've got a bag of rice. That'll see us for a while. We've actually got a couple more like this in the house as well. So we've actually got plenty of rice. We figure, hey, in an emergency, that'll be a pretty good staple. Always bear in mind if you might have to share with neighbours and that sort of thing. Potato and bacon soup. A couple of potato and bacon soups. Some more things. What else we got here? Some more tomato soup. Baked beans. Bit of protein. Baked beans. More tomatoes. You're getting the idea. Oh, here we go. We've got some beef, vegetable and barley soup in a can. So, you know, that's a good idea. I think I've probably got a few of them. Yep, some beefy type soup mixes. More baked beans. More fruit. More soup in a can stuff. And more of the same. Beans, beans, spaghetti, spaghetti. Spaghetti, spaghetti, beans, beans. And lots of soup mixes. So that is what we've got. You know, we've kind of got a pantry stocked full of like flour and that sort of thing, because as I was saying to Clint, we grabbed a couple of bags of extra flour the other day. We can always make our own bread. You know, we've got powdered milk, we've got Greek yogurt in the fridge. We can keep making our own yogurt from what we've got. We've got our chickens, we've got a supply of eggs, our fruit trees are still on the go at the moment, so you know, we're not too concerned, and it's just good to not be too concerned when something like this whole coronavirus thing happens, to know that, okay, you've actually got a stash of stuff. You don't have to panic. You don't have to suddenly go into Pack and Save with a surgical mask on, which, by the way, they don't do anything. Stop buying surgical masks. Unless you yourself have the virus and you're wanting to protect other people, wearing the mask if you haven't got the virus won't stop you getting it. Just putting that out there. So I guess the other reason for keeping this separate in the shed is that if there is a disaster, I mean, we once lost half the roof on this house in a big wind. You've got all this stuff and it's in a location that's not the house. You know, you're always going to have your food in the pantry in the house, that, you know, keep your pantry well stocked. But yes, it's just good to have this on hand in another location where you know exactly where it all is. It's also worth mentioning that in the shed we've also got another box with all our camping gear in it, and that has like a little gas stove with a couple of spare gas bottles. So all this stuff can be cooked. We can heat it up. We've just got a little gas camp cooker. Brilliant things for going camping, but we do keep it right next to all our emergency stuff so that, you know, we're not just going to be eating cold beans for a week. So that's something else to bear in mind, you know. Are you going to be able to heat things up? Will you have hot water? Now we've also got stuff inside when there's a power cut as well. You know, we've got spare batteries, we've got candles, we've got all sorts. We should put some candles in here as well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Do you want me to put each one of the boxes of candles?
Go on then.
Bye.
Livy's just gone to fetch a box of candles for me. We've got a couple of boxes of candles in there, so we're going to put one of them here and here as well. See if we can cram it in. If you haven't got your emergency kit, start one now. There we go. Clint's just brought in this to show you. It's about $12. Gas bottle like that. We've got a tin thing for cooking in.
Yeah, and here's the camp cooker that goes with it.
That's our little camp cooker, so you know, just sits on your bench like that. Put on top of it, boom, stick your soup in there, sorted. But yeah, if you've been doing some emergency shopping lately due to the whole corona thing or whatever, I'd actually encourage you to put it in a separate box, in a separate location, just so that if something like this happens again, you don't have to get into a mad panic, you know. Should put some powdered milk in here too.
Yeah.
Hit like, hit subscribe, start stocking up now so you don't have to panic later. So, there we go. Bye.